So making videos, they're fun. And I'm making this video the day before I record it, so I just have to upload. But I hope I remember to upload early. Hey guys, this is a video coming up to you right after you just watched this video. The video should have been prior uploaded before this upload. I'm making this an entire damn head. You can call this a pre-recorded, even though it's not pre-recorded. I'm literally making this today right after I made my previous video, which is actually the day when you will actually see this video. Well, actually the day after you will see this video. And the day you're seeing the last video is the day I'm actually making this video. But anyways, the point of what I'm trying to make here is pretty simple. Yeah, I kind of want my weekend off. Not that that's anything important to me, right? Like, we don't really care about my weekend. But either way, though, I thought this video would be pretty nice because I feel like it would be a good counter to my prior video that I made talking about why I think Sasuke and Killua would be a pretty good, set fight. Either way, though, I've obviously come to the conclusion since that video, which was only I made like yesterday, that maybe I just need to do the Naruto and maybe do the Gon side of things. Now, obviously, this will be kid Naruto and not adult Naruto because that would just be retarded. And considering the last video was kid Sasuke, why would I change it up? And let's get into this because why not? I mean, I'm ready for it. Why aren't you? Kid Naruto is one of the interesting battles to throw against certain characters that are in his league. The problem with Kid Naruto and why he is so weird to put in battles is because his power ranks very weirdly when it comes to scaling. Since the guy can summon Gamabunta, you would have to bring out somebody that's strong enough to beat him, since technically Gamabunta is in his own level of power that Naruto doesn't even rank in. According to data books, Gamabunta is actually stated to be stronger than QB1-tailed Naruto, which if that's actually the case, then it really wouldn't be fair to give him Gamabunta, a being that is actually stronger than he himself is. With that being stated, I do think it is interesting how little Gamabunta is compared to Naruto in strength. With that being said, I do think it is very interesting to determine whether or not I should allow him to summon things. To make this fight a lot simpler, I will just be cutting Gamabunta out. So it really won't matter, even though he technically can summon Gamabunta, because he didn't do it against Sasuke, so he clearly didn't think it was the right thing to do. So obviously I'm not going to give him that here, although he technically can do that if we are being honest. Now, although that is true, I think it is more important to talk about the two combatants at their peak levels. What a lot of people will tell you is that this is probably one of the best fights you can have between cross-verse and anime. The reason why this is because it's pretty tricky to decide if Gon is actually stronger than Naruto, or is Naruto actually stronger than Gon. The reason why this is so hard to calculate is because Gon and Naruto have very similar powers comparable to each other. For example, Naruto's Rasengan and Gon's Rock are actually very similar in being very physically up-close attacks that require to be very up and personal in a person's space. Plus, they are stated to be extremely strong, powerful attacks, and so they are very hard to determine when there's really no long range going on, besides Naruto throwing shadow clones and so on and so forth. The big difference in this battle to me is kind of deciding if Naruto's shadow clones are that much big of a problem, or would Gon just kind of rock them. Considering that I do think he was a better combatant than Gon, and in the tournament, or in the fighting tournament, Gon was kind of just pushing people off that, clearly weren't on his level. I do actually wonder how strong Naruto's shadow clones would be against Gon, as I do think that Sasuke had a pretty good sizable advantage in strength when it came to knocking out Naruto's clones. Depending on Gon's physical strength is really the big difference, and if he can easily clack the clones or not. The clones are a very important key to this battle, because if that is not the case, then it would be very difficult for Gon to handle the clones, because A, Gon is not, like I already stated, a good hand-to-hand fighter. He is really just strong in most scenarios where he is fighting people. And even the later parts of the show, he is winning because of his strength, not necessarily his fighting skills whatsoever. Now, don't get me wrong, Gon can fight. He does have some fighting skills, but for the most part, it is more of him relying on his latent strength than it is him actually relying on fighting skills. That being said, Killua has a lot of good fighting skills, which is why I thought it would be pretty interesting to put them in a duo pair in that video, which I've already made. Go watch it if you want. Anyways, though, I will state this. I do think it's pretty interesting to put these two separate on one-on-one scenarios. The reason why I think that is mainly because I wonder, could QB1, if it was taken up to change and we were talking about adult Gon, what would really be the big difference here? Adult Gon is pretty interesting because he is very powerful and has a bunch of strength that really did not get to be seen very clearly by the regular eye. I do think also that Naruto in QB1 is very powerful as he was able to ask Curse Mark II Sasuke, which is said to also give a considerable boost. Their feats kind of go back and forth for each other. I've done that in that video. I'm doing it in this video as well. The truth is, though, I don't really think the Vermilion Rasengan can be that much powerful than the Chidori, which I don't really think it was that much stronger. Considering that I don't think it was, or it's... Since the Chidori is comparable, I'm not really too sure where I want to take that statement. On that note, though, I do think that if the Shadow Clones are not strong to Kid Gon, I do think Adult Gon is another story. Since Adult Gon is like really out there, it's really difficult for me to say that it would not be a stomp. I think Adult Gon kind of takes it to another level of power that I don't really think, you know what I mean? I don't really think Kid Naruto is hitting. I think that's more like One-Tail Naruto teenage form. But maybe not even that. Probably like Four-Tailed Naruto teen level. And since I'm saying that, I think you got the pretty good idea. In terms of physical strength, if Adult Gon is something that he is allowed to use, I do think Gon will take the win because I think he would just be far... He's just in that tier that's beyond Kid Naruto. Now, if we're talking like, oh, just Kid Gon, well, regular Gon, I think it'd be an interesting battle, but I think Gon would kind of lose that sizable event. I think he would be pretty even in QB1, but I think the Shadow Clones, and even if I know QB1 Naruto didn't use Shadow Clones, I think it'd be pretty even nonetheless. I do think it could go either way if it's still Kid Gon, as I do have a lot of repertoire for Kid Gon. I think he was very strong, very powerful. So I do want to say that in the biggest set of things, I think Gon would take it high difficulty. QB1, maybe not. And the reason why is because he has healing. If it's QB1 versus Gon, I really do think Naruto barely escapes, but it's only because of his healing factor. If not for healing, I think Gon would win high difficulty. If it's just base to base, then I think Gon wins mid difficulty. And if it's with Adult Gon included against QB1, I think Gon wins low diff. Because I really do think Adult Gon is to match something like a much stronger version of Naruto that he just does not have at this time. And so I think that's kind of how the fight would go. I do think the Shadow Clones matter a lot to the bases, but the bases really don't matter when they start transforming and powering up. Especially considering that Naruto just lets out stop using them once he hits that level. I don't really think it matters that much. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to give this one to Gon for the majority of it. If you thought I was going to use Adult Gon, then yeah, Gon wins. If it's QB versus base, I think he barely loses though. Just barely loses. But yeah, either way, I still think Gon wins most times out of 10 if you use the other forms. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notification bell to be informed about new videos whenever we upload them. Please be sure to comment how you feel about this video. Really helps on Christology. That's my new thing. Hopefully she actually does not watch one of these videos. And yeah, bye. Have a good Easter Sunday. If I don't upload again, which I probably will because I plan on making a video tomorrow and uploading that on Sunday. Anyway, enjoy.